How do you trust your judgment when it's failed you before? How do you stop comparing every new man to your ex? Today we're doing the inner work that changes everything, so you can finally choose differently. I am giving you specific exercises you can do this week. You're not stuck because you're broken. You're not stuck because there's unfinished business in you. Soul ties are mystical. They're unsolved emotions keeping you bonded. Until you close the chapter internally, you'll keep reopening it with new people. I'm going to give you 4 steps to healing process. These steps are steps that I followed myself, and before following them, I was not able to find the right person for me because I was looking for someone out of scarcity, out of fear. When I finally was able to ask God to help me heal, I found the right person to guide me, and I moved forward even though I was afraid of doing something different, because even though what I was doing was not the right thing, I was still afraid to move on to something different because change is hard for some of us. So if you feel that you're on the same boat, I completely understand you. But please keep listening to this episode so I can save you years of pain and misery. Welcome to All About Dating, the podcast where faith meets love and healing opens the doors to your heart's deepest desire. I am Patty Martin Guerra, your host and life coach, and I'm here to guide you on a transformative journey. Whether you're navigating the world of dating apps, healing from past relationships, or ready to manifest the love you truly deserve, this is your safe place to grow, heal, and discover your divine worth. Each week, we'll explore practical strategies for authentic dating, dive deep into healing past traumas, and align your heart with God's beautiful plan for your love life. Because, sister, you deserve nothing less than extraordinary love. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future." So open your heart and let's discover how to date with divine purpose. I'm going to give you 4 steps for the healing process. The step number 1 is forgive yourself. You might be thinking of yourself as a failure because of your divorce. Maybe you're thinking that you are not going to find the love that you want because you already lost your chance, because you are divorced, because you have kids, because you name it. There's plenty of excuses that you have been telling yourself for not finding the right person. So I want you to do these exercises this week. Write down, I forgive myself for, and I want you to be detailed. Staying too long, ignoring red flags for choosing him. I don't know. You only know why you want to forgive yourself. Once you do that, once you write this down, I want you to read it out loud 3 times. Look at yourself in the eyes and tell yourself exactly what you wrote. And talk to yourself about forgiveness, telling yourself you're forgiving yourself for staying too long, ignoring the red flags, choosing him. You only know for what. So read the letter out loud 3 times. Why 3 times? So you hear yourself saying why you're forgiving yourself, and you keep telling your mind that you're forgiving yourself, so your mind knows what you are saying and why you're forgiving yourself. After that, I would like for you to shred that paper. You can burn it, you can shred it, you can do whatever you want to do. And while you're shredding it or burning it, obviously be safe. If you're burning it, burn it in a safe place. And while that paper is burning or shredding, I want you to say, I did the best I could with what I knew. I release shame. I am worthy of real love. And as you say these words, also add a prayer to God and thank him in advance for allowing yourself for forgiveness. I thank him for finding this moment of forgiveness for yourself. I know this sounds, or it could sound, a little bit ridiculous, but this exercise is very powerful. It worked for me, and I know it can work for you. And why does it work? Because shame keeps you repeating patterns. That's what it did to me. And you can't choose better while hating yourself for past choices. If you keep telling yourself, it was my fault, I'm too dumb, I ignored red flags, why did I choose him, why did I stay so long, you are shaming yourself. So by forgiving yourself, writing these letters and praying to God to free you from that shame, it will help you understand that you did the best with what you could, with what you knew, and that you are worthy of real love. And it will help you not repeat the same choices. Step number 2, identify your part. Get a journal and answer these 5 questions. Why did I tolerate when I knew it wasn't okay? I want you to list specific behaviors. The next question will be, when did I first notice something was off? Reference week or day one, I don't know, month one or month two. When was this? Be specific, and you might not remember in detail, but try to remember and write down whatever it is that you remember. Third question is, what did I tell myself to justify staying? Maybe you told yourself he'll change, or maybe you said I'm being too picky, or maybe you said maybe I'm overreacting. Just write it down without judging. Fourth question is, what was I afraid would happen if I left? Were you afraid of being alone? Were you afraid of proving that you failed again? Or were you afraid of starting over? Write it down. No judging, remember. And the fifth question, ask yourself, what did this relationship teach me about what I will never accept again? See, a lot of times we only see what happened to us as a punishment. But if you start seeing what happened to you as a lesson and move forward from that, everything shifts. Why do I want you to write down this journal? Because by doing so, you are taking your power back. This isn't about blame. It's about seeing where you can make different choices next time. Step number 3, this one is a closure ritual. I have different options as A, B, and C. So I'm gonna tell you the different options, and you can pick from there. Option A is the letter you never sent. Write everything you wish you could say to your ex. All the anger, all the hurt, all the disappointment. Also, all the gratitude for the lessons learned. End the letter with, I release you. I release this. I am free. Do the same thing with the letter. Burn it, shred it, or delete it. I suggest you handwrite the letter instead of typing it up. It just has to me, it just gives a different meaning when you write it down. You're still going to burn it or shred it. You're not going to send it to anybody. It's just for you, for your healing. And again, as you burn it, shred it, you pray and thank God for allowing you to learn these lessons. Option B, delete or archive all the photos, all the texts. You can use an app to archive if you're not ready to fully delete, but you can put away or donate items that trigger memories. Also, you can change your route if you drive past his house or your favorite spot. Option C, pray to God, this is really not an option. I would make it a requirement rather than an option. Pray, God, I release and say his name to you, cutting unhealthy soul ties, heal what he hurt, restore what I lost, show me who I am without him. Visualize literally cutting a cord between you and him. Do this daily for 7 days. Why this works? Soul ties are energetic and emotional attachments. You need a tangible act to signal to your brain this is over. And step number 4, you need to rebuild trust in your gut. So exercise A would be the red flag rewind. Think of your last relationship and write down the first red flag you saw, even if it's tiny. Write down what your gut said in that moment. Write down what you told yourself to override your gut. See, many times if I were to do this exercise, I'd be like, so I set the red flag and I said, I don't want to be alone. What if I break up with him and there's no one else for me? Because my thinking was I wasn't worthy of the love that I wanted, and I was to take whoever came to me. That was one of my limiting beliefs, and that's why I did it. So that would be my answer, but your answer could be different. An example is the red flag is he canceled your second date last minute. I mean, things happen. So if he only did it once, it's not a red flag. But if he kept doing that over and over again, then that's not okay. If your gut said that was disrespectful, then because he kept doing it over and over again, then that was disrespectful. But you told yourself he's probably just busy, or I'm being too sensitive. Again, if he did only once, it's fine. But if he kept doing it, you weren't too sensitive. And yeah, he was busy for you. So for the next 7 days, I also want you to notice when you feel at peace in your body versus anxiety. The way this works is peace. You feel calm, obviously. You can breathe steady and you have clarity. In anxiety, you feel tight chest, shallow breath, confusion, convincing yourself. I need you to write it down. And I need you to write down, when I'm around blank, the name of the person, do you feel peace? Do you feel calm? Do you feel confused? Or do you feel clarity? Why this works? Because our gut is always right. You just didn't listen. So this retrains you to recognize and honor your intuition. Now, how do you know if you're ready to date? Before you swipe right and say yes to that coffee date, check these 4 things. Can you be alone without feeling desperate? If If you're dating to escape loneliness, you'll accept the wrong person. Have you processed the grief/anger from your past? If you're still crying about your ex, you're not ready for someone new. Do you believe you deserve better? If you don't believe it, you won't recognize it when you see it. And you can say you believe it, but not really believe it. You know what I mean? And are you dating to fill a void or to add an already full life? If your happiness depends on finding someone, you'll cling to anyone. If you check 3 to 4 boxes, that means you are ready to date. If you checked none to 2 boxes, maybe you need to do the inner work. So give yourself some time to heal, but you won't heal just by sitting there waiting for the healing to come to you. You need to take action. Find someone, find a professional that already went through the same thing you're going through, that she knows or he knows how to get you through it. Someone who has the same values as you do, obviously. So if you're thinking that God is punishing you, I'm gonna tell you no. If you're thinking that God is punishing you because you keep meeting the same people, or God is punishing you because you're alone, I'm gonna tell you that that is not why you're alone. God is protecting you, and every wrong person who left made room for the right one. Your past doesn't disqualify you from God's best. So before I close in prayer, I'm going to go back to the exercises that I would like you to do. So the first one is the letter that you are going to write to your ex. Obviously, you're not going to give it to him. The second one is deleting or archiving photos or text messages that trigger you. The third one is pray to God that he helps you release the hurt and visualize literally cutting a cord between you and him, and do this for 7 days. And the last one is to rebuild trust in your gut. The red flag rewind. You're going to write down the first red flag that you ignored and what you told yourself to ignore it. Remember, these are practical exercises that will help you get through this hurt and will help you move forward towards dating someone new again. But you need to heal first, because if you continue dating without healing, nothing is going to change. Your quote-unquote bad luck will remain. So I would like to invite you to close the year different than other years. I have a workshop that I will be releasing in the month of December, and right now I am taking people that want to sign up for it. It's a completely online workshop that will help you heal, will guide you through healing your past relationships, your inner child wounds, and also will guide you on how to move forward in life, will meet you right where you are. This workshop will give you a lot of different material. I will show you how to create a vision board that matters. It's not just creating a vision board or saying this is what I like, but it's creating a vision board with purpose. And I'm going to show you some examples of my vision board that I created before I met my husband, and how I envisioned my wedding and how it happened. So your dreams can come true. It's just a matter of you believing that they will, praying to God that they will happen, and healing. Do the healing, which is most important. So I'm going to close in prayer right now. Please join me. God, show this woman that's listening what she needs to heal. Give her the discernment to see people clearly. Help her trust herself again. Help her believe you have someone different, someone better for her. But first, heal her. So the truth is, the greatest relationship you'll ever have is with yourself. When you heal that, when you trust that, when you love that, you'll stop attracting the same type, because you'll be different. You're not starting over, you're starting wiser. And sister, your picker isn't broken. It just needs recalibration. Now you have the tools. Do the work this week, and I promise you'll feel the shift. I'll leave the link on the show notes for the workshop that's coming up. I encourage you to go take a look and see what you think about it and sign up. Thank you. Blessings. Thank you for joining me on today's episode of All About Dating. Remember, your healing is holy work, your standards are sacred, and your love story has already been written by God Almighty. Before you go, please take a moment to reflect on today's message. How is God calling you to show up differently in your dating life? What healing work is He inviting you to embrace? If today's episode touched your heart, please share it with your sister who needs to hear this message. Together, we're creating a community of women who refuse to settle for nothing less than what she deserves. Be a blessing to me and leave me a review to help me reach more women around the world. Until next time, keep dating with purpose, healing with grace, and trusting in God's perfect timing for your love story. This is Patty Martin Guerra reminding you, you are loved, you are worthy, and your happily ever after, it's on its way. Blessings and love.